Today we are comparing two very popular markets on Deriv, over-under versus rise and fall. Which one is easier to learn? Which one is better for beginners? Which one requires more skill? Which one gives you more flexibility? And most importantly, if I had to choose only one of these two markets, which one would I go with? Now, we're going to compare both of them properly first. Okay, we look at the strengths and the weaknesses of each one, and then at the end of the video, I'll give you my final verdict. Okay, so let us start with over-under. Now, over-under is a digits market. Okay, basically you're predicting whether the last digit of the next tick will be over or under a particular barrier. For example, you have things like over 1 and under 8, over 2 and under 7, over 3 and under 6. Okay, and then you can also move into other barriers depending on the type of trading you're doing. One thing I like about over-under is the structure, okay? It gives traders different options. You don't necessarily have to trade the same setup as everyone else, okay? A beginner can look at one type of barrier while a more experienced trader may prefer something completely different, all right? Now, how easy is it to basically trade over-under or to learn over-under, okay? In terms of understanding the basic concept, over-under is quite simple, all right? Let's say you're trading something like over 2. You're basically predicting that the next last digit will be higher than 2. Basically, it will be either 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 and higher, right? So the concept itself is not complicated. Where the real learning starts is in understanding things like digit distribution, percentages, entry conditions, and risk management, all right? And the payout differences between the different barriers or different numbers, okay? Because something that a lot of beginners misunderstand is this. Just because one contract appears to have a higher probability of winning doesn't automatically mean you're going to make more money, all right? I repeat, just because one contract appears to have a higher probability of winning doesn't automatically mean you're going to make more money. The payout also changes. So you still need to understand what you are doing, okay? Now, one strong point with over-under is that there are many ways of approaching it. You have traders who focus on percentages. You have traders who study which digits are appearing more or less frequently. Some traders wait for certain digit conditions before entering. Others may have a completely different strategy, all right? And because you have different barriers, you can move from something like over 1 to over 2 to over 3 and so on, all right? So you're not really locked into one style of trading, okay? This makes this market quite flexible. Now, all right, now what is the downside about it? Over-under has its weaknesses, all right? One of the biggest problems is overconfidence. A trader might look at a contract, such as over 1 and think, most digits are above 1, so surely this is easy. The win rate is extremely high, so I will not incur any loss. And then that one losing digit appears. The problem now becomes even worse if you're using large stakes or trying to recover losses. You might win several trades and then lose a large portion of those profits in one bad trade, all right? So even though some of the contracts may look statistically attractive, you still need discipline. You still need risk management, and you still need to accept that there is never and there is no guaranteed trade, okay? Now let us look at rise and fall. Now, how does rise and fall work? Basically, okay? Rise and fall works very differently, all right? Instead of looking at the last digit, you're predicting the direction of the market. As you can see here, like right now I have a chart, okay? So you predict the direction of the market, okay? Will the price rise or will the price fall? That is the basic idea. And when somebody first sees rise and fall, it can actually seem extremely easy. You see the chart moving upwards, you choose rise. You see the chart moving downwards, you choose fall. But of course, trading isn't that simple, okay? Now, what do you need to learn for rise and fall? You still need to learn trends, all right? You have trends. Every chart has trends, support and resistance, market structure. You have to understand candlesticks. You have to understand momentum, reversals, breakouts, and entry timing. For example, you might see, like right now, the market is moving upward. But if the price is approaching a strong resistance area, entering rise immediately may not be the best decision. Or we might see the market falling, but it could already be approaching support, all right? So you need to understand what is happening around your entry, okay? Now, is rise and fall beginner friendly? Because this is a question that is asked a lot, okay? The basic concept definitely is rise or fall. Very easy to understand, not complicated in any way, okay? But becoming good at reading the chart can take some time. A complete beginner may have to learn technical analysis before they become comfortable. At the same time, technical analysis isn't impossible to learn. Once you start understanding trends, support and resistance, candles and market structure, rise and fall can become much easier to analyze. So it has a learning curve, all right? But the knowledge can become very useful, right? Now, what is the big advantage of rise and fall? One thing rise and fall has going for it is that the skills you learn can be applied beyond just one contract type. If you learn how to analyze market structure, identify trends, understanding support and resistance, and reading candlesticks, these skills can help you understand charts in general, be it you're trading on Deriv, MT5, or any other platform, okay? So somebody who becomes good at rise and fall may also become much stronger at technical analysis, and that definitely is a point in its favor, all right? Now let us look at the downside of rise and fall, because nothing does not have its downside, all right? The challenge is that charts can give false signals, okay? You can have what looks like a perfect uptrend and then suddenly the market reverses. You can identify support and price still breaks through it. You can have 3 indicators telling you rise and one strong price movement destroys the setup, all right? And another problem is that beginners sometimes overcomplicate things. They add too many indicators. One says buy, one says sell, another says wait, and now the trader does not have any idea on what to do. So rise and fall requires patience and good decision making, okay? Now head to head, which one is easier to understand? At the basic level, both are easy. Over under, you're predicting the last digit relative to a barrier. Rise and fall, you are predicting the direction. So neither one is particularly difficult to understand. The difficulty comes to when you try to become consistently good at them, all right? Now, which has more variety? Over under gives you variety through different barriers, all right? You have over 1, you have over 2, you have over 3, you have an 8 and a 7 and a 6. Basically, it favors and it caters for all traders, okay? Be it you're a beginner, intermediate, or experienced. Now, each one has different probabilities and payouts. Rise and fall gives you variety in a different way, right? You can trade trends, reversals, breakouts, support and resistance, different time frames, different technical setups. So both have variety, but the variety comes from different places, all right? Now, which one needs more skill? This depends on the type of skill you're talking about. Over under is more focused on things like digits, statistics, percentages, probability, timing, and rise and fall is focused on charts, technical analysis, price direction, market structure, and candlestick behavior. So somebody who likes numbers may naturally prefer one, right? Somebody who likes analyzing charts might naturally prefer the other, right? Now, which one is better for beginners? Now, this is where the comparison gets interesting. With over under, a beginner has different barriers available. They can start by learning how contracts such as over 1, under 8, over 2, or even under 7 work before exploring other setups. With rise and fall, the actual contract is extremely simple, but the trader may have to spend more time learning how to analyze a chart properly. So both can be learned by beginners, but the learning process is different. Now, which one is safer? Neither one is automatically safe, and I want to make this very clear. You can lose money in over under, you can lose money in rise and fall. You can have a great strategy and still lose individual trades. The risk depends on things like your stake size, your strategy, the type of contract, your discipline, and how to react after a loss, all right? So, I wouldn't choose a market simply because somebody tells me it's safer. You still have to manage the risk. Now you have compared both of them, all right? So if you ask me, DerivNavigator, you can only choose one. Over under or rise and fall, which one are you going to choose? Or which one are you taking? For me, I'm choosing over under, all right? And the biggest reason that I like over under is that it is flexible. It gives you that flexibility. I feel like it accommodates many different types of traders all in one, all right? So if you're a beginner, you can start by studying contracts such as over 1, under 8, or under 7, okay? Then you can as you become more experienced, you can explore different barriers and different strategies, all right? There are many ways of approaching the same market, and but also, rise and fall is also very good, all right? In fact, if you are already very strong at technical analysis and you love reading charts, you might actually prefer rise and fall, okay? But looking at both markets overall, especially the flexibility and the range of different setups available, my personal winner is over under. But that's my choice. Now I want to know yours, and if you could only trade one for the next 30 days, between over under, rise and fall, which one would you choose? Drop your answer in the comments and tell me why. And remember, whichever market you choose, proper risk management still matters, all right? I'll see you in the next video, guys. Please ensure you like and subscribe before you leave. Please ensure you share this video if you know somebody else who trades in Deriv, so that at least it may also benefit them. To contact us, you can reach us out through our Telegram or email. Our details are in the description. We'll be happy to hear from you. Thank you for watching, guys. Keep on trading, keep on pushing, and let us meet in the next one. Cheers.